some days without playing, and finally got it going this weekend against UMBC in two terrific games, 65-64 and 65-60.
And now we're spoiled. We have 3 games in 4 days.
No kidding. And these two teams, now you're looking at the starting lineups for Niagara, sponsored by CDPHP, Roberts, Nwandu, Hammond, Kukamensa, and Krathholm. The starting 5 for Greg Pallas in year number 2 at the helm. And of course, he was the starting point guard back in the day, Charlie, for Coach K at Duke.
You betcha. Nice, long, storied history there for Coach Pallas, and he did a nice job last year.
JoJo Anderson with a good start for Albany. Drains the three-point shot, the junior out of Houston, Texas, and Albany up top 3-0.
Yeah, that's JoJo's second three-pointer of the year. He was 2 for 4, or 1 for 4 from three-point land, and knocks that down. Good way to start.
Roberts with the ball. Over on the left wing to Kukamensa from Worcester, Mass. The seniors, a very senior-laden starting lineup. In fact, they're all seniors outside of Marcus Hammond, who was only a junior. Taylor with the drive inside, bumping his way down in on the blocks and up strong, and Albany off to a good start here at 5-0.
Boy, I'll tell you, Kellen Taylor has really impressed me in the 3 games or 2 games plus that I've seen him play. And there he uses his body to get to the rim. Nice job.
Krathholm, 6'9" senior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 34, has the ball on the baseline. Working in and lost control of it. Working against Adam Luka. And here is JoJo Anderson again for 3. And JoJo Anderson with back-to-back threes. And Albany has an 8-0 lead to start.
Wow, just the shooting right there. If Coach Brown could get those shots to fall from the outside, Great Danes have done a good job on the inside. It's going to be tough to beat.
Nwandu down low in the first bucket of the game for Niagara, the transfer from Lemoyne, a redshirt senior out of York, Pennsylvania, averages 11.4 a game.
You know, I'll tell you, Coach Brown said you haven't seen the best of JoJo Anderson. Well, we've seen a little bit of it so far, right?
Well, he's feeling it. Here he goes again, and it's another 3 by Anderson. And it's 11-2 to start.
Boy, got a nice opening right there. Was left open. Coach Paul's not happy about that, but JoJo taking advantage.
I thought he was much stronger Sunday against UMBC, more aggressive on the offensive end, and look how he has come out here this afternoon. And off the miss, Kellen Taylor, the 6'6" grad student out of Landover, Maryland, off to JoJo Anderson. That was a good move. Didn't go, an offensive foul called on Luka, going for a rebound.
Yep.
Adam Luka playing with that broken nose, got the shield again this afternoon. And by the way, I should point out, no Cam Healy today for Albany. Has a sore hip, and Antonio Rizzuto gets the start.
Gets a few more minutes and rewarded for his good play this weekend against UMBC.
Roberts lost control, and it's a turnover.
Nice defense there by Anderson.
And Taylor goes straight to the rim, misses the shot, and back the other way comes Nwandu. On the bounce to Marcus Hammond. He is their top player out of Queens. And that's the guy that the scouting report is all over, and foul is called on Antonio Rizzuto. But here's Hammond trying to create, and he does.
And you see he was getting by Rizzuto there. Rizzuto reached in with his hand and gets called for the hand check foul.
The other area that Albany really excelled in the first 2 games this weekend is turnovers. Cut turnovers way down. In fact, it leads the America East Conference in number of turnovers. They had 20 in 2 games. Is pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing. If you can control the ball and not give it away, you're going to give yourself better opportunities. And
Will Brown also happy with his team's half-court defense against UMBC. And look, UMBC arguably could be the best team in that conference. We'll see. Hammond hits another shot, and Vermont lost on Monday. to UMass Lowell, and they're playing right now as well in the second half of their back-to-back. Vermont, of course, picked to win the America East.
Well, UMBC had a lot of experienced players on the floor, and they played well.
There's that slip screen. Would somebody be able to stop that over the years?
Yes.
And Luka gets an easy one.
Adam Luka picking up his first bucket, averaging 6.5 points a game so far. He's played well early here in the season.
Terrific start by UAlbany, up 13-4 in the first 5 minutes of this game. Shot clock at 8. Roberts with the ball. Goes baseline, up off the glass, misses, gets his own rebound, and scores.
Nice body control there by Roberts. As you said, he was able to get his own rebound and get the putback. Followed his shots, did a great job.
He also shoots at 40% from three-point range. This team,
yeah, he does.
This team, Niagara, relies a lot on the three-point shooting.
And again, Justin Roberts, one of those seniors you talked about.
Good post-up move by Luka, but couldn't finish. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. And the rebound out to Hammond. The Wandu, the lefty three. It's no good.
Good
rebound. Jamel Horton, who has checked in. So you got Horton and Anderson on the floor at the same time.
Well, I think with Cam Healy out, you're probably going to see more of that, right, Raj?
Yeah, it gives Will Brown some other options to look at here. Without Cam Healy, we've got our first timeout.
Games this weekend, and yep, they were conference games, but this team has just started to play together. This is only game 3. No practice games, no preseason, nothing. Game 3 straight up right now.
Horton will inbound. And almost turned it over. Got it to Luka in the corner, and he turned and what I call a walk.
Yep, traveling
on Luka. Good man-to-man defense out of bounds by Kawaka Mensah. But a turnover, and again, they've been rare for UAlbany here after 2 games, but one got him there.
Well, that was good defense there by Niagara, and Kawaka Mensah was right in his face, but Coach Brown not happy with the execution of his Great Danes.
And Jordan Cintron is in for Niagara, and he's a transfer from Longwood University in Virginia.
Trey Hutchinson got fouled there.
And that's Cintron. So the story is, Charlie, that the NCAA passed a blanket waiver to all transfers. So you're seeing Cintron on the floor for the first time this season for Niagara, and the scouting report is he's pretty good.
Yeah, he looks very good, and so far, as advertised, a big body, 6'8", 220 senior.
Out of the Bronx, a high energy guy that's in the game for Niagara. Let's see how he plays. Substitutions, Jarvis Doles in for UAlbany, wearing number 4. Doles, a 6'9" grad student from Baltimore, Maryland, played at Drexel University, and coming off a pretty good weekend as well. And not surprised he gets some more minutes as Hammond misses from the right wing, and the rebound to Kellen Taylor.
So you can see Nwandu tried to get Hammond open on the outside there on the wing, and he shot him a nice little bounce pass, and Hammond fired. He doesn't miss very much.
Smith, he's strong, top, big body down low, goes up strong and draws contact and the foul. And Nwandu picks up his first personal foul. Second team foul on Niagara. UAlbany ball out.
Well, Kellen Taylor has his 2 points from putting his body underneath the basket and pounding some bodies to get there, and that time he draws the foul.
Hammond goes out. Justin Roberts back in the lineup for Niagara.
Cintron knocked that one away from Jamel Horton. Cintron has a big body.
There are some that believe he will eventually, once he gets going here, crack the starting lineup. Terrific move by Horton for UAlbany on the spin, and it's 15-6, went around Cintron.
And fantastic move there by Jamel Horton, and both you and I commented on how he played this weekend. He's got a bright future this season.
Nwandu can make that 3, and they work that perimeter game, and again, a pretty good overall three-point shooting team.
Shannon Brown in there for Niagara now.
And he puts up the 3. Brown, a 5'9" junior from Boston, Massachusetts.
Wearing the face mask like Luka.
And a hard drive in the lane by Anderson, and he draws contact and the foul.
And the foul, it looks like, is going to be called on Shannon Brown. So that'll be Brown's first.
Here comes Sam Schaefer, Antonio Rizzuto, and Trey Hutchison, all in the lineup.
Niagara now with 3 team fouls, UAlbany with 2.
Remember, UAlbany played, Coach Brown played 12 players over the weekend. And he's still trying to figure out, a group that he likes. And he's got a lot to choose from this year as Horton misses from 15 feet on the right wing.
Well, he's got a 15-6 lead with 12:40 to go here in the first half.
Roberts with the ball on the left side to Cintron, top of the circle. Now he's going to take it to the rim, up for the shot, and a whistle and a foul on Horton.
Nice little crossover there by Cintron as he was coming there. Starts, fakes a move, crosses over, goes, puts it up off the glass, can't get it to fall, but he does draw the foul.
And I think they actually gave that foul to Doles. It's 2 shots for Cintron.
So Doles did pick up the foul. Cintron 3 for 5 from the free throw line this season. He's played in, this is his 3rd game.
Well, it's the benefit of the transfer rule.
Yep.
And
averaging almost 11 points a game.
got them both. And Niagara trying to climb back into this one, 15-8. Yeah, Hammond averages 13 a game, top scorer. And the Wandu at 11-4. Doles has it, hands it off to Schaefer, and Schaefer drives and scores.
Sam,
yeah, good. I think they're really high on Sam Schaefer. He didn't play last year.
No.
He had a great preseason, we are told.
He's played very well in the first 2 games. Didn't play as much on Sunday.
Just a sophomore from Frankfort, Illinois. 3-point shot off the mark by Roberts. Rebound out of bounds to UAlbany.
Cintron fell down trying to get that rebound.
We got a timeout, Charlie. 11:46 to go in the first half, and UAlbany on top.
Great Danes doing a good job.
It is UAlbany ball out of the timeout, and Schaefer gets it into Horton. Right back to Schaefer. Nice backdoor cut by Rizzuto, fouled by Roberts before the shot. Oh, what a heads-up backdoor cut by Antonio Rizzuto, and a good bounce pass by Horton. That's just a field play. You get Rizzuto, know he's being overplayed.
Yep.
You're being overplayed. Boom. Quick backdoor cut. And Horton was right on the money. It didn't finish because he got fouled beforehand, but I like those quick backdoor cuts.
Well, it's been nice to see a lot of Horton and JoJo Anderson on the floor at the same time here today. Not right now, but it's been working well.
Rizzuto has the ball stripped on the drive, out of bounds to UAlbany with 14 or with
4 seconds left to go here on the shot clock. Trey Hutchinson underneath, gets it inside.
Coast by the Wandu. We apologize for the technical problem there. We're back down. The Wandu off a turnover, lays it in for Niagara, and it's a 7-point game, 17-10.
Nice little move there by Nwanda. He's a very, very good athlete. Nwanda came into the game averaging 11.4 a game.
Luka lost control in the paint to UAlbany turnover, and Hammond up ahead to Roberts. The Wandu with it into the left corner to Nick McDonald, who has checked in, a sophomore. 3-point shot, no good by Nwandu, and Niagara loves to shoot the three. Right now, they're not going down.
Nope, not at all. Right now, from three-point land, 0 for 5 for the Purple Eagles.
This is Taylor's game right here. Pound it.
Nice shot there. Kellen Taylor really playing extremely well. He has 4 points on 2 for 3 shooting.
10 lead. Kellen Taylor gives you Albany a 19-10 lead, and that is totally his game. McDonald hits a three. Nick McDonald, the sophomore from Amherst, makes it a 19-13 game. That's one thing about the three, Charlie. It can get you back into games in a hurry.
And McDonald was shooting 25% from three-point land in the first 5 games. Buries one right there.
Hutchison, drive, bounce pass low, whistle and a foul before the shot.
So McDonald gets the nice shot, and then he picks up the foul. See right there, he reaches in on Trey Hutchinson.
I like the recognition by Trey. Nice bounce pass to Adam Luca, and U Albany with good ball movement here in the first half as C.J. Kelly is back in the lineup, and he'll inbound the ball. Young man from Long Island and a Norfolk State transfer. And he's going to put up a three. Off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound, Justin Roberts.
Kelly struggled a little bit in the early season here with his shot, Roger. He had his feet set there. He's wide open, just couldn't get it to go.
And they had good post position down low, and they couldn't get that shot to go. Kelly with another look. Now he's going to drive baseline. Nice crossover into the rim, and one for Kelly. And a foul again on McDonald.
Well, there's a good basketball player. When it's not falling from the outside, go take it inside. Drives to the basket. Nice move right there. Crossover, gets it to go off the glass, and then he draws the foul. Nice job by CJ.
No doubt, terrific crossover move by CJ Kelly, 6'5" junior. And he's at the line trying to complete the three-point play as U Albany goes up 21-13.
Kelly came into the game averaging 8 points a game, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Can't get
Misses the foul shot. 21-13. Niagara down with 9:06 to go here in the opening half.
Niagara only shooting 31% from the field. Great Danes right now shooting 60% from the field, Raj. You're going to win a lot of games, you do that.
And Rizzuto with a reach-in foul. They're calling it pretty close right there. Reach-in foul on Hammond. And here comes Chuck Champion into the game, number 30.
Rizzuto picking up his second foul here, Roger. So Coach Brown's got to get him on the bench.
Champion, the grad student out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, played for Loyola out of the Patriot League, had the foot surgery, and still making his way back with limited minutes here. Nice post-up move, left-handed, and that's what he does. That's Nicholas Krathholm, the 6'9" senior from Louisville, and it's 21-15, a 6-point game.
That was a nice soft touch he had there. Does the little spin move, able to get it to fall.
Brent Hank with some minutes off the bench for Coach Brown, 6'10" junior. They like to feed the post right now, and Taylor, he is tough down low, and they're going to call a foul on Niagara, and that'll go against Nwando, and Taylor will go to the line shooting 2.
Nwando picking up his first foul. You can see Taylor backing him in right here, spins around, and then Nwando gets a big hand on the arm as Taylor's going up for the shot.
The thing about Taylor, Charlie, it plays a lot bigger than 6'6".
Oh, without a doubt. Definitely a big guy. Likes to back his way in, get some contact. Came into the game shooting 50% from the free throw line. Doesn't get that one to fall.
Yeah, Will Brown said, the first 2 games against UMBC were kind of like 2 scrimmages for us because they didn't have any scrimmage games.
No.
So you use those first 2 games like they're scrimmages to learn about your team.
Well, he can't be too happy right now because Niagara's been chipping into the Great Dane lead. Danes have been a little soft getting the basketball in the rim.
they have shut down Hammond for the most part here in this first half. Nwandu with the left hand went around Champion, and he scored. It's 21-17 with 7:48 to go.
And now Kobe Nwandu has 8 points for the Purple Eagles.
He leads the way, and JoJo Anderson has 9, all from behind the arc, and a quick start by Anderson. And now Kelly for 3, and he hits.
And that's a big, big shot for C.J. Kelly. He was struggling coming into this game to get his shots to fall, and so far, doing all right here today. He has 5 points now.
24-17, Albany. 7:18 to go. Raheem Solomon, number 11, 6'3" junior from Hartford, on the floor, and Hammond's on the floor trying to save a turnover and can't do it. Threw it away. Here comes Albany off the turnover. Kelly, and his pass is almost turned into a turnover as well, as Hammond almost came up with that steal. We get to immediate timeout here. 6:59 to go first half. Albany on top 24-17 on ESPN+.
Those 10, 4 of them have been three-pointers. Rebounds even at 9. Interesting stat here, Roger. The Great Danes are 0 for 3 from the foul line. That doesn't happen very often.
No, usually, and even in the first 2 games against UMBC, they were very good from the line. Champion to JoJo Anderson. JoJo with the floater off the back of the iron, no good. Inside position to Raheem Solomon. Up to Roberts. Niagara down 24-17 as Albany jumped out to an 8-0 lead.
On the back of JoJo Anderson,
yes,
really.
No doubt. Solomon open, little pump fake, puts up the 3, and it's good.
Raheem Solomon, 6'3" junior, came into the game averaging 3 points a game, and bang, knocks it down.
But I think that might have been a foot on the line, 2-point shot. But right now, Niagara within 4 points and making a run here late in this first half. 3-point shot by Champion is no good. Last touch by Albany went up. They symboled up Taylor. And Niagara can cut this lead to 1 with a 3 here. They're right back in this game, Charlie.
Well, Chuck Champion, a guy that Coach Brown said he needs some reps. He needs to shoot the ball a little bit. As you said, no preseason. And so Chuck needs some time. And right now, Chuck's going to take a breather on. Oh, no, he's not.
Taylor goes out of the lineup.
Taylor goes out. Chuck's going to stay in.
Sam Schaefer's in. Hutchison in. Kelly in.
A little confusion on the Great Dane bench on who's supposed to be in. As Taylor's going to.
He's right back to the scorer's table.
He's going to come right back in.
Yes, he is.
I'm confused.
Maybe the wrong guy came out.
Well,
right?
Chuck was going that way, so I thought Chuck Champion was out, and then Taylor left.
I have a funny feeling Champion might be the guy that ends up going out. We'll see at the next whistle.
Yep.
10 to shoot. Hammond, quiet first half. Dribbles that one off his leg. Almost a turnover. 5 to shoot. And Roberts at the buzzer hits the 3.
Wow, that was.
And this is what Niagara does. And now it's a 1-point game.
And Justin Roberts, the 5'10" redshirt senior, knocks it down.
23.
Yeah, I really thought the Great Danes were playing tremendous defense to start the game. They seemed very active. And the last couple of possessions, there's been a lot of confusion up and down. But again, this is a non-conference game. You'd have to imagine Coach Brown's using a lot of combinations to try to see what's going to be the best one for him as the Great Danes move forward.
Well, it's an Niagara team that relies on the 3, Charlie. And that's how they were able to get back into this game, making 3s. Hutchison with the drive, off to Schaefer. Back to Hutchison for 3, and it's good. 2-point shot, that's a 2. 2-point shot by Trey Hutchison, the sophomore from Marion, Iowa. And it's back to a 3-point game.
Well, it would have been his first 3-pointer of the year, but
it was close.
It was close. You know, the funny thing with the Great Danes on 3-point defense haven't played that well. Opponents are shooting almost 40% from 3-point land.
Nwandu in the lane.
Boy, is he athletic.
Kobe Nwandu makes it a 1-point game again, and Greg Powlis urging his team to get a stop here. 4:29 to go in the first half, 26-25, Albany by 1. Anderson to Hutchison. Back to JoJo, and now Kelly has it. Shot clock at 7. Anderson with the drive. Back to Kelly. Well guarded, going to put up a 3. In and out, no good. Rebound Hutchison. Nice rebound by Hutchison, and now we've got an offensive foul on Kelly for Albany. It'll go back to Niagara.
Well, you saw Roberts go down to the ground, and then a foul whistle called. So Kelly got Roberts and gets called for the foul. You see it right here. Roberts going across. Kelly standing there, goes into him. Kelly really didn't move that much, but Roberts stood right in his way. Roberts went to the floor, and it's Niagara basketball.
And a chance to take the lead on this possession. Roberts has it. The redshirt senior from Lawrence, Kansas. Albany in a man-to-man defense. Again, they're doing this, and Hammond has been quiet, their best player. Albany's done a good job on him. Good ball movement, and another 3 by Raheem Solomon.
So Raheem Solomon came into the game averaging 3 points, and he's got 6 already. 2 big 3-pointers.
And a lot of energy on Niagara right now. On the floor and on that bench. They are fired up to finally take the lead. 28-26. Horton to Kelly. He travels with it, and the Albany turnover.
Yeah, I think Kellen Taylor thought something was on the floor there, and he slipped as he went down.
And hanging around, and now the momentum is on their side. They're feeling a lot of energy here. And really, it's been the 3-point shooting that has gotten them back in this game and now into the lead, 28-26.
They've made 4 out of their last 5 3-point shots, Raj. They started out with an offer, and then they started to drain them, and right now they are certainly on a run, and the Great Danes have been stalled offensively.
Hammond with the basketball on the right wing. Pulls back, puts up a 3. This one is no good off the mark. And Kellen Taylor with the rebound to Kelly. Kelly straight to the rim, layup is good.
Oh man, he saw that seam and he just exploded through it right to the hoop. Nice job there by CJ Kelly.
And we are tied at 28. Nwandu going in, up with the right hand, no good off the side of the board. And Hutchison in transition, up to Kelly. Back out to Anderson. Right back to Kelly for 3, and it's good.
Oh, man, CJ
Kelly got it going.
He's feeling it right now, Roger. He is 10 points to lead all Great Dane scorers on 4 for 6 shooting, and 2 of those from the deep in the outside.
Yeah, you saw the drive, the quick drive, and then you get the outside shot going on. And Albany up 31-28.
Great Danes have to pick it up on the defensive side.
And the ball went into Kawaka Mensah. And I honestly didn't see what the call was.
I didn't see what the call was
Unless
either.
It was a walking violation, perhaps. It's a turnover against Niagara.
Yeah, no foul call.
I did not see the call. Albany with the ball up 3, under 2 minutes to go. Anderson with the drive, a floater. Maybe he was just throwing that up to have Hutchison slam it down.
An alley-oop? Was that an alley-oop?
I think it might have been an alley. I thought a floater at the beginning. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not a floater. That's an alley-oop. And Hutchison, the sophomore, went up.
He didn't get it far enough. It was an alley-oop, but he didn't get it far enough up there. But good job by Trey catching that and sending it home.
Final 144. Shannon Brown working up against JoJo Anderson. Kawaka Mensah into the lane, and that one goes around the rim and out, but the rebound comes down to Solomon. He takes it in and scores. Solomon with really good minutes off the bench for Coach Palace, said it's a 3-point game with 1:16 to go.
As we said, Raheem Solomon came in first 5 games. He only averaged 5 points. He's a junior from Hartford, Connecticut, and boy, he is athletic.
Horton with the basketball. To Hutchison, feeling it for 3. No good off the back of the iron. A weak side rebound to Shannon Brown. Under a minute to go. Brown with the basketball. Kuwaka-Mensah for three, no good. Long rebound comes to Hammond. They're going to blow a whistle and call a foul on Albany. It's going to be on Horton.
Horton going in there trying to grab the loose ball, but ends up drawing the foul.
That is the first on Horton. Still only 16 fouls on Albany.
One more to give, so Niagara will inbound underneath. You see him on the trying to go for the loose ball there, but ends up tripping Solomon.
Hammond still ice cold here in the first half. Their top player has not scored much, and Will Brown wants a timeout with 35 seconds to go, and his team is up by 3, 33-30.
Hammond is ice cold, 1 for 6 from the field. He is really trying to get
2,000 yards that year. So, and then of course he is a native of Syracuse. There's Greg Pallas. Well, let's see what Will Brown has out of the timeout. The 3-point Albany lead.
They're letting some time tick off
here. They're going to work the shot clock down. There's about a 5-second differential between the two.
Yeah, no sense in leaving any time on the clock for Niagara to do anything. Go into that locker room with a lead.
And they get an open shot for Hutchison, and he can't make it. Can't knock that one down. And now closing 8 seconds. Brown dribbles it off his foot. It's a turnover. Kelly on a 3-on-1. Up ahead to Horton. He is fouled. And he'll shoot a couple of shots with 0.7 to go. And not what Greg Pallas wanted, how this wanted this half to end.
And they're calling, I think the foul's going to be called on Hammond. They were originally calling it on Kuwaka-Mensah. And he went over and said, hey, I was nowhere near the play. How are you calling it on me? So
you have the Hutchison miss, do a pretty good job defensively.
Yeah.
And then, but then Niagara turns it over.
Yeah, Shannon Brown, he dribbled it off his foot.
Yeah, and then Albany now at the line. And Horton makes the first shot. He'll have one more here. It's a 4-point game.
So Jamal Horton, he now has 3 points in the basketball game. Horton came in shooting 75% from the free throw line in the first 2 games this weekend. Coach Brown certainly looking forward to going into the locker room up with a 5-point lead.
5-point lead. It'd be tough to get a shot off here with 0.7. I'll put Brent Hank at 6'10" on guarding the out-of-bounds Shannon Brown. Runs the baseline, gets it into Nwandu, and he cannot get a shot off. And that is going to do it for the first half. And Albany with a 35-30 lead. We'll come back with our halftime show. This Albany team is deeper than we have seen in the past, and they've got a lot of parts to this Great Danes team, and we're going to see what they do here in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you, I like seeing JoJo Anderson on the floor at the same time with C.J. Kelly and Antonio Rizzuto. I think they've got a lot of options right there.
Kuwaka-Mensah to Nwandu, played really well in the first half, their second leading scorer. And let's see if they can get Hammond going. Oh, that's a nice feed and a bucket on the inside to open up this half by Kuwaka-Mensah from Worcester, Mass. 6'6" senior.
Yeah, Greg Kuwaka-Mensah right there. That's a pretty strong body coming at you, right, Raj?
No doubt, Charlie. And Kraftholm with a great feed, my friend. He really set him up perfectly. And that's the way to start the second half. And it's a 3-point play to begin for Niagara and a 2-point game.
And Kuwaka-Mensah, that's his first 3 points of the game. He hadn't made a shot in the first half. Gets on the board right away.
Anderson to Kelly. Ball goes into the backcourt. And he'll start over. Kelly was strong first half for Albany. Played really well.
Outside and inside.
Anderson to Taylor. Taylor up strong. Blocked from behind by Kraftholm. Rebound by Hutchison. Went up and put it back. No good. And the ball goes out of bounds. shot clock violation is the ruling, and the ball goes over to Niagara.
Yeah, if there was time left, Roger, it would have been Great Danes basketball. But unfortunately, the Great Danes ran out of time right there, and a good block from behind from Krathholm.
Krathholm top of the key over to Kwakamensa on the right side. Back to Nwandu, and Krathholm has it. Shot clock at 15. Nwandu down the lane with a right hand to tie the game at 35.
He has a dozen now, Roger, really playing strongly for the Purple Eagles.
A transfer from Lemoyne. Anderson passed up a three, now gets on the baseline, throws out to Kelly, right back to Anderson. Anderson drives, sets up down low for Kelly, and he scores. That's his game.
Yeah, Kellen Taylor getting underneath on the left block. Good feed to him right there. Does a little pump fake and then puts it off the glass to go in.
Kellen Taylor gives you Albany a 37-35 lead.
6 points now for Kellen Taylor in the game.
Krathholm guarded by Taylor. Nwandu looking to drive again, and he does again with the left hand and scores again. And we're tied at 37.
Kobe Nwandu leading all scorers, 14 in the game now. And boy, he explodes, doesn't he?
He sure has here in a couple of tries in the second half. No doubt about it. Hutchison. New Albany's been pretty strong with the ball. Kelly, shot clock at 7, and Kelly's having a game, and that's 13 for C.J. Kelly, and New Albany back on top by 3.
5 for 7 from the field, Roger, and he really is feeling it. You saw him right there. Set his feet, said, oh, I can make this one. Great shot by C.J. Kelly.
Nwandu to Krathholm. Nice backdoor cut, open layup, good by Justin Roberts. And it's a 1-point game.
Roberts blew right by JoJo Anderson. I don't think JoJo Anderson was expecting that pass, and Roberts was able to go up for the easy lay-in.
Kelly in the backcourt along with Anderson. Antonio Rizzuto for 3, no good. And here comes Hammond. Up ahead to Krathholm, and the ball goes out of bounds. And I think it went out of bounds off of Niagara. Should be Albany ball, and it will be when we come back out of a timeout.
No, I think we're going to inbound it right here. They're not even going to look at it. I think Niagara wanted them to see who it went off. But the officials was pretty confident that it went off of Niagara.
1-point game. Albany up 40-39. And Anderson has it. To Rizzuto on the right side, to Sam Schaefer, who has checked in, the sophomore. Back to JoJo. Shot clock at 10. Schaefer for 3. No good off the front of the iron. Nwandu with the rebound.
And Niagara's done a good job on Antonio Rizzuto so far. No points in the game and only 1 shot for the junior.
You can't do any better defensively than they've done on Hammond, and yet it's still a 1-point game. They have other guys that are stepping up. Kwakamensa, left-handed off the glass, in and out, no good. Taylor the rebound for Albany, and he'll push.
JoJo Anderson trying to direct a little traffic there, waiting for Trey Hutchinson.
Rizzuto has it, top of the key to JoJo. Left side, left corner, Hutchison. Back to Anderson, top of the key. Rizzuto for 3, and that one's no good. Krathholm, the rebound. They're going to call Taylor with a foul for Albany.
A little over the back there for Taylor, so he gets called for the foul.
And we get to a timeout, Charlie. 15:30 to go in the second half. Albany by.
For 33 from the field. Rebounds just about even. Pretty good game. 17-16 on the rebounds. I mean, come on, we can't get any more even than this.
And again, we just talked about how close these two teams have, the scores have been the last couple of times they played.
We're going to have another one right now.
It has that feel. Justin Roberts with the floater off the glass and good to give Niagara the 41-40 lead 5 minutes in. Nice feed to Hutchison, and he can't convert, and then missed the follow, and the rebound to Nwandu.
Kobe Nwandu almost lost the handle of that after he had gotten the rebound. Dribbled it off his foot.
Krathholm scores down on the blocks. Nicholas Krathholm, a senior from Louisville, Kentucky, and Niagara goes up by 3, 43-40. And Will Brown wants a timeout.
Yeah, he should want a timeout. His team has not scored the ball very well, and they are not doing what they need to on defense.
14:27 to go in the second half. It's a three-point game. On out of the Will Brown called timeout. Antonio Rizzuto will inbound. Anderson on the floor, Hutchison. Horton has checked in, and Kellen Taylor, the 5 for the Great Danes. Down by 3 with the ball. And Horton, bounce pass down low, turns it over. Tried to get a baseline move for Kellen Taylor, and instead it results in a turnover.
Kellen Taylor wasn't ready for the pass. I don't think he expected it. It went right off his hands.
A little pressure applied here by Albany. Now they back off, and Nwandu works up against Rizzuto right over the top of the circle. And he's going straight to the rim, but throws it away. Roberts cut in one direction, the ball went in the other, and a Niagara turnover.
Yeah, I think that Nwandu thought that Roberts was going to be in the corner, and he was going to hit him for a 3, and then Roberts went towards the middle of the floor.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there between the two. So back-to-back turnovers in a 3-point game, and now a walking violation is called on Jamel Horton, the 6'4 junior from Queens.
And right now, the Great Danes, that is their 8th turnover, as you talked about, averaging only 10 turnovers a game, so they've been taking care of the basketball. But right there, not a good turnover, trailing by 3 here to Niagara.
Krathholm hands it off to Roberts. Good man-to-man defense by Anderson. Nwandu has been the guy here in the second half. Kawaka Mensah takes it in with the left hand, and he scores over Taylor. And a 5-point Niagara lead.
Kawaka Mensah, 6'6", 200. He took it right to Kellen Taylor for the basket. And Kawaka Mensah now in the game has 5 points.
Rizzuto and Anderson and JoJo for 3. That's off the side of the glass. And Kawaka Mensah with the inside position on Jarvis Doles. And now Hammond for 3. And Doles with the foul, and Hammond will go to the line and shoot 3.
Well, Hammond has not had a strong game so far, only 2 points. But maybe the free throw line can get him there as Doles picks up the foul for the Great Danes.
Jarvis Doles played at Drexel, 6'9" grad student from Baltimore, Maryland, and Hammond, who's had a quiet night, their best player, no questions asked, 13.6 a game coming in. Has been held in check for the most part, but it's a play like that where he gets to the line, it's a couple of shots up that can get him going.
And Hammond shooting 67% on the season from the free throw line. And really did nothing in the first half of this basketball game.
Albany jumped out to a 9-point lead. That was their biggest lead. Niagara's biggest lead is 2, and now it's their biggest lead, 8 points. Niagara up 8 here in the second half with a long way to go, 13 minutes to play.
Yeah, giant swing in this one. And you can see how costly not having Adam Luka on the court has been for the Great Danes.
No question. Luka and Healy both out of the lineup. Healy didn't play at all. Luka played a little bit in the first half. Horton misses on the baseline, and Albany struggling to score the ball. Hammond in transition to Roberts. Kawaka Mensah driving in an offensive foul, and Rizzuto does it better than anybody
he really
on
does.
this Albany team. Really anybody in the American East Conference, because he is one tough kid.
Well, he's got to be tough because Kawaka is 6'6", and Rizzuto just stands there and takes that 200-pound body plowing into you.
That's one thing about Antonio Rizzuto. If he's not, even when he's not making shots or doing what he is 110%. You gotta love the way he plays all the time, hard.
He's played some great defense. There you see him take a charge. Had a big weekend with 16 points and
well, they need him now, Charlie.
Yeah, they do.
They need this group out here right now. They need to find some offense and back in the zone defense right now for Niagara. And Rizzuto's got to start knocking down those shots, and there it is.
Well, we said it. He needed it. You called for it. He got it. Rizzuto gets his first bucket of the game.
48-43. Cintron. Oh, what a step-through move by Cintron. And it's back to a 7-point game.
Jordan Cintron, 6'8", 220, and you said it. He stepped right through the defense for the lay-in.
Yeah, pretty move. Taylor, pretty feed inside to Rizzuto, and he is fouled. No, they're going to call a walk.
Yep, he traveled underneath the basket.
A walking violation on Rizzuto and a UAlbany.
You know, see, honestly, if you look at it, JoJo Anderson hasn't had a bucket since the first 5 minutes of the game. He started out with 9 points early and has not scored since.
Niagara with the ball out of the timeout, 11:37 to go. And Hammond has it in his hands. To Solomon, who made some big threes in that first half to get Niagara back in it. Cintron now guarded by Hutchison. Backs in, goes around Hutchison and in and out. Boy, that was a pretty move. He just could not get it to go.
They gave a little hook there to Trey Hutchinson. I thought he might have get called for an offensive foul.
Horton with a drive and a whistle, and Horton will get to the line for 2 shots. I'll tell you what, when these guys back their guy in, like you see Cintron, wow.
Yeah.
They really do some banging to get into that lane.
Nice move there. Horton driving to the basket, just gets a little underneath and picks up the foul. So Horton gets to go to the line, shooting 75% on the season. Great Danes now 3 for 6, Rods. They started out, they're just shooting 50% for the Great Danes. Not a good number. Only been to the line 6 times today.
Shannon Brown back in, the 5'9" junior from Boston, Massachusetts. Both foul shots made. Leaving the game is Justin Roberts. And now double teamed, and he puts it on the floor, and it was on the out of bounds line. So Shannon Brown just checked in. They double teamed him, and he turned it over.
Good defense there by the Great Danes.
UAlbany down by 5. Kelly's looking to get it in, now finds Taylor. Horton at the top of the key, Hammond guarding him. Dribbles to the right elbow, and on the floor, a whistle. This is going to go against Niagara, and a push on Shannon Brown.
So a couple of quick fouls as the Great Danes were up in the fouls 4-1 over Niagara, and 2 quick ones called on the Purple Eagles.
A near turnover, and now Albany does turn it over. Cintron saves it, up ahead to Hammond. Hammond in transition, pulls it back.
Danes now with 10 turnovers for the game. Need another good defensive stop here.
Hammond has the ball stripped, but I'm going to call a reach-in foul. Going up for the shot, Horton with a reach-in. And this will be a 2-shot opportunity for, or nope, that'll be, check that, non-shooting foul.
So Antonio Rizzuto picks up the foul.
Sam Schaefer in, replaces Trey Hutchison in the Albany lineup.
Rizzuto now with 3 fouls for the Great Danes. No one really in foul trouble.
No, for either team. Hammond, 15-footer, knocks it home.
Well,
Baseline jumper by Marcus Hammond, who's been quiet. 52-45, a 7-point lead.
Well, he got to the free throw line, made a couple there, and then started to feel better, and now he gets it going.
And sometimes it is exactly the way it works, Charlie. Horton, nice bounce. Schaefer, open, turns, layup is good.
Great eye, good court awareness there by Jameel Horton. He sees Schaefer right underneath the basket, and Schaefer's able to complete it.
52-47. Niagara in front with 9:45 to go. Nwandu again, another strong take. That one is short off the front of the iron. Bodies hit the floor, and here comes Jameel Horton. Oh, nice Euro step, up for the shot, no good, but Horton will get to the line and shoot two.
Foul's going to be called on Nwandu. So Kobe Nwandu picking up the foul.
14 fouls on Niagara, 5 on Albany. And Jameel Horton back to the line.
Nwandu only with 2 fouls now, and Horton goes to the line. He has 6 points in the game, a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And of course, I jinxed him.
Yeah, these foul shots so important down the stretch here.
They are, and right now the Great Danes from the free throw line are only 4 for 8, and really, Danes have always been a 75% and above free throw shooting team.
1 and 2 for Horton, 52-48. Albany back in this, just down by 4. And they will press. And Brown will bring it up.
Great Danes stepping up the defense here in the last couple of minutes. Trying to eat into that big lead.
Hammond looks inside. Croftholm has it, double team. Back to Hammond, quick pass to Brown. And a long 3 by Hammond, no good. Rebound Kelly.
But he was feeling it. He wanted that shot to go.
Kelly trying to cross over, dribble, lost control, got it back, and is fouled. Another good move by Kelly, strong to the rim. And C.J. Kelly will have 2 shots coming up.
And the foul's going to be called on Kraftholm. And that was a nice job by Kelly as the ball almost got swatted away from him, but he was able to maintain control. As you see right there, Hammond swats it, Kelly maintains control, and then draws the foul on Kraftholm while he's going up for the basket.
Substitutions for Niagara. Kawaka Mensah is back in, and Roberts is back in. Brown and Solomon go out for Greg Pallas. 1 more for C.J. Kelly here, making it a 2-point game.
15 points now for C.J. Kelly, and I think this is the guy we were all expecting to see.
He has played well this afternoon, and Albany within 2. With 8:48 to go here in the second half. Roberts to Hammond. They've defended him extremely well. Hammond drives baseline, and his pass is knocked out, but it went off of Hammond's knee, and it's a Niagara turnover.
Nice break there for the Great Danes. Good defense, and they got Hammond to slip up, and then he knocks it off his knee, and now it's Dane ball, down by 2.
And Jameel Horton at the point guard position. Hands it off to Rizzuto. And now Kelly at the top of the circle. Schaefer had an open 3.
He did.
Passed on it. Kelly, little fake, and out of Schaefer. 8 seconds to shoot. Kelly loses control of the ball, and then Schaefer came up with it, but his shot is blocked.
Yeah, Kraftholm went up there and swatted it away.
And Roberts with an open 3, and he buries it.
He knew it, set his feet, and just drained it.
You get a block on one end, and you get a 3 at the other, and Niagara goes back on top by 5. And I mean, Christmas and New Year's, but nothing official on that just yet.
And you and I will bring all the action.
Yes, we will. Home and away.
Home and away.
Although we'll never leave home.
Never leave home
we
without
won't,
it.
No.
It will It'll be fun.
Down by 5. And a good look for Horton, and Jamel buries a big 3.
Horton here's a who, big time.
And that is a 2-point game now after the 3 by Jamel Horton.
Great Danes needed that.
Crothholm, Kawakamensa, now Nwandu. 13 to shoot for Niagara. Nwandu at the top of the key, drives in, feeds down low. Crothholm goes up and scores.
Nice feed there from Nwandu to Crothholm, finishing it. You know, Nwandu was only a second-team all-conference player when he was in the NE10 in Division II. He'll probably be a MAC all-conference player this year. He's playing great.
And Crothholm's bucket makes it a 57-53 game. Nice dump off to Taylor from Horton. And it's now 57-55, back to a 2-point Niagara lead. 6:50 to go in the second half.
I really like the way Jameel Horton sees the floor. He saw Taylor all by himself down there, and Taylor was able to execute it and knock it down.
Nwandu to Crothholm, guarded by Schaefer. Back to Nwandu at the top of the key. 5 to shoot. Hammond lost his footing, puts it up as the shot clock is winding down. It's a shot clock violation. Excellent defense by Albany, really all game on Hammond. And now the Great Danes are going to back down by 2.
Tremendous defense there by Jameel Horton. He had Hammond trapped in the corner, and Hammond couldn't go anywhere, and then he slips. He's running out of time. He just has to throw it up, and shot clock violation. Great job by Jameel Horton.
Horton on the bounce to Rizzuto, deep on the right side. Top of the key, Trey Hutchison back in the game. And now a take by Kelly. Can't get it to go. A good move by Kelly, out of bounds off Niagara. So Albany will keep it.
C.J. Kelly is really feeling it. 15 points in the game. 5 for 8 shooting. You see he goes and slashes to the basket right there. And as you said, a great move. Great Danes get it back.
Crothholm goes out. Jordan Cintron comes back in. Again, that high-energy guy for Niagara. Kelly, nice move, and he scores.
Little floater.
We are tied at 57. He has gotten to the rim extremely well here in this game.
You know, you talked about it before we even started on Saturday. Great Danes need to create some shots and create some scoring, and C.J. Kelly is a guy who can create off the dribble.
Tied at 57, 5:39 to go. Hammond guarded by Horton. Nwandu on the baseline. Double team, goes up for a shot and is fouled. And they're going to call this on Kellen Taylor. It'll be a 2-shot opportunity for Nwandu, and both those guys extremely physical.
Oh, there's no doubt. Nwandu taking it right into Taylor here. Taylor's got his hand on him a little bit. Yep, puts his hand on his shoulder, gets called for it. Kellen Taylor doesn't like getting called for the foul.
He does not.
He's always got an explanation for it. He's still explaining right now. We could show him the tape, and he had his hands on his shoulders, but we won't tell him that.
Nwandu at the line. First shot is up, and it's good.
That's his first free throw of the day. Kobe Nwandu came into the game shooting 67% from the free throw line.
And Niagara takes a 1-point lead. Second shot also good. 59-57. Purple Eagles by 2. Niagara out of the MAC Conference. Albany in the America East. Vermont also playing today at UMass Lowell.
Boy, they came out in the second half. They were down by 10. They came out on an 18-3 run. And right now lead UMass Lowell 45-34.
Horton to Hutchison. Hutchison drives baseline, loses the handle, and turns it over.
Dribbled it off his foot right there. Not a good turnover for the Great Danes. Danes now with 11 turnovers in the game. Purple Eagles with 11 of their own.
Inside 5 minutes to go and a 2-point game here at SEFCU Arena. Nwandu into the lane, up off the glass, no good. Hutchison kept it alive, but right into the hands of Kawakamensa. and he scores.
Yeah, Hutchinson had his hands on it, but lost the handle, and Kawaka-Mensah, he took advantage of it.
61-57 Niagara, 4:31 to go.
Now, this is a big trip down the floor for the Great Danes.
Rizzuto starts to drive, kick it back out. Hutchinson's shot is blocked by Kawaka-Mensah in the corner.
And Trey Hutchinson just taking too long to get it off right there. You see he gets it in the corner, and Kawaka-Mensah was right there to swat it away.
Still 9 to shoot. Hutchinson will inbound. Sit into Horton. To Rizzuto. They're guarding him from the three-point line, as they should. 3 seconds to go, and a foul is called as the buzzer goes off, and a foul called on Niagara on a hard drive by Hutchinson, who earns himself, and I believe earned it, 2 shots.
Well, I'll tell you, was that a great pass by Antonio Rizzuto? As you see, Hutchinson banged his head on the floor.
Sure did.
But Antonio Rizzuto threw an absolute bullet across the court and got it into the hands of Trey Hutchinson, who went up for the shot.
Hutchinson at the line, makes the front end. 61-58.
5 points in the game now for the sophomore Trey Hutchinson.
From Marion, Iowa, second one rattles in and out.
Needed that.
So it's a 3-point game. Niagara with the ball at 4:05 to go. Nwandu to Cintron at the right elbow. Wide open look by Nwandu from 3, and he missed it. And Taylor with the rebound.
Not quite the shot Nwandu's been knocking in all day long. Nice ball handling there by C.J. Kelly.
Kawaka-Mensah almost came up with a big steal. Shot clock at now 13. Kelly with the ball at the top of the key, trying to drive. Now to Rizzuto. Rizzuto for 3, and it's good. With 5 seconds on the shot clock, Antonio Rizzuto buries a 3 from the left wing, and we are tied at 61.
Little crossover step back, gave him a little room in front of Roberts, and he was able to knock it down.
And a hard drive by Hammond, he's fouled. And he'll go to the line shooting 2.
And Horton's gonna get called for the foul.
And we're going to a timeout. Tied at 61. What a finish we're in for here. Shooter and scorer for this Niagara team. And there are many who think he is right behind Jalen Pickett, the best player in the MAC conference. Certainly a first team All-MAC. And Hammond at the line is a good foul shooter, and he gives Niagara a 1-point lead, 62-61.
Well, Hammond came into the game, as you said, averaging 14 a game, and he really has been an impact player. The Great Danes he was the guy the Great Danes were looking to shut down, and they've done a pretty good job so far. But he's getting his points. He's up to 9 points now, Raj.
And he gives his team a 2-point lead after a couple of made foul shots. There is the slip screen, and it's open, and Taylor lays it in. And we're tied at 63 as Kellen Taylor scores. And he now has a double-double. He's in double figures, 11 rebounds,
too. Yeah, he got 11 rebounds, 10 points, really having a great game. And that's usually Adam Luca's move, to getting that little slip screen. But that time, Kellen Taylor takes advantage.
Roberts has it. Starts to drive, pulls it back out to Kawaka-Mensah. Hands it off to Hammond, 4 to shoot. Hammond's going to put up a long 3 on its way, and good. Hammond shoots it over Horton, and now he is starting to find his range, and we are now 66-63, Niagara by 3, 2:11 to go.
Boy, he went to that free throw line, Roger, and he has not been the same player since.
Taylor again on the inside and back to a 1-point game. 66-65, Taylor taking over here offensively.
Kellen Taylor saying, hey, we got inside points here. I got the paint points, just give me the ball.
Well, let's see who can get a stop. 1:50 to go. Horton on Hammond is starting to feel it. And Hammond's going to put it up again. This one's off the back of the iron. Hutchinson whipped the rebound off to Taylor. Albany with the ball down by 1, 1:36 to go. And they'll set something up. Horton Directs traffic at the point guard position to Taylor. Over to Kelly. Kelly drives in, feeds out to the right side, back out top of the key. Horton for three, no good, and let's see, out of bounds off of Albany. It'll be Niagara ball. It looked like Cintron was holding on
to Taylor.
It should have been a hold on Cintron. The official was right there, didn't call it. Hutchison passed up a good look at a three, got it off to Horton. He put up the three off the side iron.
Well, I think Taylor just bounced off of Cintron. I mean, he just went up and he just bounced. I mean, Cintron's 220 pounds. He just went up, collided, and he lost.
1 point game, 1:10 to go. Niagara with the ball, and they want to call a timeout. Greg Paulus gets a TO here with his team up by one, 66-65, 1:08 to go.
I love the way Jameel Horton sees the floor. Beautiful little bounce pass right there to Kellen Taylor, gets him in stride, and Taylor was able to knock it down.
Niagara up by one, 1:07 to go. Their ball out of the called timeout by Greg Paulus. What's he draw up? Nwandu going right into the lane. Up for the shot, no good. Over Taylor, good defense. And Kelly back the other way for the Great Danes.
That was a huge rebound by C.J. Kelly. He jumped up very high to be able to get that.
45 seconds to go. Taylor, top of the key, passes left wing to Kelly. Kelly looking to drive and does, puts up a shot, no good. And the rebound to Niagara, still a 1 point game with 30 seconds to go.
Not much difference, about a 4-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock. Great Danes need a big stop here.
Hammond with the ball to Roberts. 10 seconds to shoot, only 14 left in the game. Now Roberts has it, and now they foul Roberts with 10 seconds to go and 5 seconds on the shot clock. And you're going to put Roberts at the line. Even if he makes both, it's still a one-possession game with 10 seconds remaining.
Well, I think what the Great Danes did is they tried to see if they could get a steal and then said, well, if there's 10 seconds left and we haven't been able to get it, send him to the line. Roberts goes to the line. Hopefully he gets a miss, and then the Great Danes can get the ball back.
Roberts' first shot is up and good.
So Justin Roberts on the season, not a good guy to put on the line, shooting 91%.
He's got one more. This will make, if he makes it, it'll be a 3-point game. Enough time for Albany to get a three up to tie it.
And that's what they'll have to do, Raj.
No press. Albany down 3. And Paulus wants to call a timeout to set his defense.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad call there by...
A little bit of three-quarter court pressure. Now here comes Hammond up on Horton. Rizzuto's going to inbound the ball. There's 10.2 remaining. Gets it up to Kelly. Right back off to Horton, and then a whistle and a foul on Hammond.
So Hammond...
They have one to give. Now they have 7. Now there's 17 fouls. So that was 7. So this will put Horton at the line. Interesting strategy, right? By Greg Paulus.
A 1-and-1 here for Horton.
Even if he makes them both, you're still down by 1 and you got a foul. Everybody has a different philosophy on how to handle this. We all just saw what Greg Paulus decided to do, and he fouls and put Horton at the line.
Well, I don't think he wanted to give Antonio Rizzuto or C.J. Kelly an opportunity to tie this game. So put Horton to the line.
Still 7.2 to go. And Horton missed. And the rebound, last touch by Albany, back over to Niagara. So now Albany with 6.6 to go. He's going to have to foul immediately.
And warming today. Played great defense, scored the ball early, and then Niagara got their feet underneath them and came right back.
Brown looking to get it in, and now he does. Almost stolen. Hammond has it. He is fouled with 2.4 to go, and one foul shot here will obviously put this game away.
I thought Marcus Hammond was going to jump over the scorer's table right to where you were.
I'm glad he didn't.
You know, did you see him? He was coming.
I was looking at him.
I know, he's coming full steam. Watch him here. He's running right. He's like, I'm going towards Weiland. I'm getting there, and I'm gonna. Oh, I thought he's could have leaped right over you right there.
Yeah, like I said, I was calm that
You
he
were
wasn't
calm. Yeah,
going
you
to
were.
do that.
Did you see it? You were cool about it.
He's a very athletic kid. I know he can put on the brakes.
Has 12 points in the game.
Only
3 for 11.
And so quiet, so quiet, and yet here he is. I mean, came in averaging 13.6,
and now he's got 13 points in the game.
So he ended up getting to his average. I mean, Albany did a really good job defensively on him for the most part today, and Albany's going to come up short again and fall to 0-3 on the season. 2.4 to go, 5-point game.
Not a lot Coach Brown could do, but he's going to take a 30-second timeout.
Try to get it. Well, anytime Vermont loses, everyone makes a big deal out of it because it's like it's Vermont and they lost.
They lost. They never lose.
They never lose. And, I'm sure they're still pretty darn good.
Yep. Trey Hutchinson going for that. It's intercepted.
And that's going to do it. Greg Palace and Niagara on the road. Charlie, a nice win by the Purple Eagles. That is 3 in a row for them. They beat Fairfield back-to-back and now on the road to beat Albany, who falls to 0-3.